Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Tanie Codes. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a madlibs. It's going to be a very productive and very fun video, and I hope you like it. Before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment in the comment section, and share this video to anyone who you think might be interested in learning C++, and let's get coding. So generally what a madlib is a game where you're required to put in a bunch of random words, and then those words are put into sentences, and then the output is like a paragraph with a bunch of ridiculous meaning. It is actually made to be funny because since of putting a bunch of not really corresponding words, the madlib or the paragraph ends up being very funny and silly. So I thought, let me just show you guys how to do that. So it's a very simple game. So usually those words are like adjectives, noun, verbs. All those words that you've inputted are going to be made in a paragraph or story. So as you can see guys, I have a paragraph on my IDE. It says,
make sure you should put in a container, any type of container is filled with nutritious, adjective, food. And then don't go to the adjective also. Food, it's food stand across the street from school. So it's across the street from school. The hamburgers they serve are fried in whatever noun you want to put in, and made from any animal you want to put in meat. So take a sandwich made of vegetable and vegetable, or any vegetable, it's much healthier. And then drink any kind you want to put in, milk instead of an adjective, colas.
So essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to let the user input container, adjectives, and whatever that needs to be inputted in that paragraph, and then we're gonna output them the paragraph with their own words. So what we need to do, we need to create variables for all the words that they're going to input there. So here they actually have to put in
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So they have to put in 8 words. So we need to first declare variables for those words. So they're going to be string, and we're gonna have container. We're gonna have a container string. Okay, let's bind them.
So we're gonna have our container string, our first adjective. So let's say adjective number 1. Our first adjective, which is going to be adjective 1, and then we also have our adjective 2. Adjective 2, which is going to be this one over here. And we also have a noun, so we also need a noun. And then we also need a variable for animal, so animal. And then for 2 vegetables, there's going to be vegetable 1 and vegetable 2. So we're going to have vegetable 1 and vegetable 2. So we also need color.
So those are all our variables that we need. So for our game to be more effective, we need to prompt the user to input whatever way that we need. So we might prompt the user to let B input a container, input an adjective, input another adjective, input a noun. So to do this, we're going to use our cout command so that we can output a sentence or a instruction for our user to know what they should input. So we're going to say cout, please input a container. So we're gonna say please input a container, and our user is going to input their container, and obviously we're gonna store that container so that when we need it later we know where to get it. So it's going to be cin container. So cin container being this container. So you see we have those containers being that container, and then we have our semicolon. I'm gonna go ahead and do for all of the adjectives and nouns and every word. As you can see guys, I've went on and prompt the user to input different words and different words type, and then I've also stored those words. So as you can see guys, I've used our get line because I want to receive the whole line as an output, this whole line, not just a word. So that's how I used our get line command, and then a get line command receives 2 parameters or 2 arguments, which is the cin and the name of the variable. So we have our get line cin and the name of the variable container, and just like that. So essentially when we've done this, we almost there. What we need to do now is to do this. So what we left to do now, we're actually going to enter the color that the user has input. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to put in our container variable. So it's container. It looks a bit messy, which is a good thing because now you can see how actual programs look like. So I'm just gonna put in semicolon to close in whatever we have there and to open whatever we have here. So it's going to say make sure you have, and then you're gonna put in a container, and then it's filled with nutritious. Then we're gonna put in that over here and that over here. So here we're going to put in our adjective 1. So we're going to say adjective 1. Okay, we have our adjective 1, and then over here we need our adjective 2. So we need to put in these also and close the quotation marks over here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do for all of these. So there we go, guys, we almost done. Like, let me go through what we did again. We declared our string variables, which was our 8 words: container, adjective 1, adjective 2, up to adjective 3, and also current, vegetable, animal, and noun. And then we did not assign anything because we want the user to input their own values, their own words. And then we prompt the user to input each and every word. So we prompt the user to input their container, and we store their container using the getLine command because we actually want to console out the whole line. So if we wanted to console out just their word, we could use cin only. We want to console out the whole sentence so that it looks like a paragraph. So we use our getLine command. And then I did for all of our words, our cout getLine for all our 8 words for our final cout. So what we did here, we said cout, make sure you have, and then whatever the user has inputted as their container is filled with nutrition, whatever the user has input as their adjective food, and then do not go to the whatever the user has inputted as their adjective food stand across the street from school, and then just like that. So I'm just gonna add another cout line so that it looks more pretty. So it's going to be your madlibs. So it's going to be your madlibs, and then I'm going to using our endline. Ooh. Our endline. So we're going to use our endline. So we're pretty much done after here. So let's run our project and see. So now it says please input a container. We're gonna input our container. So I'm just gonna put in suitcase.
And it says please input an adjective. So for my adjective, I'm gonna put in creepy. And then it says please input another adjective. And then I'm gonna put in angry. And it says input a noun. So I'm just gonna put in toilet seat. And it says please input an animal. I'm just gonna say cat. Okay, I'm just gonna say dog. And it says please input a vegetable. Peas. No, peas are just both. And then please input a vegetable. I'm gonna input pepper. And input pepper. And please input a color. I'm gonna input green. And then adjective hairy.
So here you go. It says your madlibs. Make sure you have suitcases filled with nutritious, creepy food. Do not go to the angry food stand across the street from school. The hamburgers they serve are fried in toilet seat and made from dog meat. So take a sandwich made of peas or peppers, is much healthier. Drink green milk instead of hairy colas. So as you can see, guys, this is kind of funny. So this is basically how madlibs are. So what I want to do now is I don't want the user, when the user gets their paragraph, I don't want them to see all of these. Please input. I don't want them to see these. So I can actually use another command which is gonna help me remove all of these. So this command is called system open, and so this stands for clear. So it's going to clear the console so that we can see our paragraph more clearly and it becomes more beautiful. As you can see guys, I've nicely formatted our paragraph so it should look much better right now, and I've also inputted this spaces so that it gives spaces in between our words so that it looks more readable. So it says please input a container, so I'm just gonna input everything that I had put in previously. So it says please input your container, so I'm just gonna put in the same stuff. With the previously entered words, they're not there anymore, so now you can read your madlibs clearly and you can see your words clearly. It looks more beautiful than before. So the system clear command is actually helpful, and I recommend you use it when you're trying to build a game and you want everything to be outputted on the console. So you want to clear your console so that something new is outputted. So now our madlibs look clear and beautiful. So it says make sure you have suitcase food with nutritious creepy food. Do not go to the angry food stand across the street from school. The hamburgers they serve are fried in toilet seat and made from cat meat. So take a sandwich made of peas or peppers, it's much healthier. Drink green milk instead of hairy colas. So that is all for today guys. I actually enjoyed doing this video and I hope you guys enjoyed too. So in my next video we're going to do a calculator like promised. So our calculator this time is going to be a proper calculator with all the operators such as addition, multiplication, division and subtraction, and also modular. So click that notification bell so that you can be notified when I publish that video. Thank you for watching.